What's up, guys? Welcome back. Highside Broadcasting coming back to you guys live again here tonight, man. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've done a broadcast. It's been a while since we've done some commentary on this channel, but excited to be back for a one-off here tonight for the FTR Pro-Am Series. And with that being said, I gotta welcome Lynch in the booth. What is going on, Lynch?
What's up, Eagles, man? It's been a long time since I broadcast with you, man.
It's been quite a while. Yeah, it's been quite a while. I'm super excited to get this thing going. A few details for tonight. Of course, this is the FTR Pro-Am Series on Tuesday night. They are at Watkins, Glen tonight. Final race of the regular season. So with that being said, pressure is going to be on the line for the guys around that cut line to try and find their way into the playoffs, as this is the first time we are doing a real-life elimination style with the points resetting. So once you make the playoffs, everybody's got a fair shot. What's your input for tonight, Lynch, and what are you looking for tonight? Because the points reset, so winning the race doesn't do anything except momentum. It's a road course. Just give me your insight on what do you expect tonight?
Yeah, we got a full field tonight, Eagles. We got 18 cars signed up tonight for Watkins Glen. Final race of the regular season in FTR for these Pro-Am series. I'm pretty excited about this one, and it should be a fun race. These guys, they're going to have to stay out of trouble tonight, especially with a lot of cars out here on the track. We're in for a good one, for sure.
Yeah, like you said, 18 cars should be entertaining, to say the least. 18 cars is going to be super fun in the next-gen cars, so that is going to produce racing, pretty good racing all on its own. The next-gen cars have been much better than the old cars on this game. They should be qualifying any moment, so we'll see. We're going to go ahead and take a look quickly at the standings coming into tonight, so we have an insight on what to watch for. So, looks like guys are on the cut, so it is close. Very close. So it looks like the top 10 probably locks. Top 10 being Shackett, I Shoot, Snowden, Sky Pilot, B Nizzy, Stag Slayer, Dave Ace, Smooth Puppy, David Dubose, and Lewis. Around that cut, though, is Big Rig plus 12, Rodney plus 10, Kendricks minus 10, Deep Mud minus 33, Walking Dead minus 32, Brewster Baker minus 38, and that all that can be made up in one race. So right there is a whole bunch of guys right around the cut, and a lot of them are racing tonight, so the pressure is on. Who do you expect to make it in? And then you can give me, well, if we can discuss our race predictions and pole predictions for tonight as well.
If Big Rig can stay out of trouble tonight, I believe he will make it in. David DeBose, I believe he's another one. Can stay out of trouble. He's another one that can make it in. And then, just a lot of good cars out there, man. It's up in the air, man.
That it is. We're starting to get invites, so we'll just gotta wait on the queue to join. Lynch, is there anything that we should bring up tonight before we start this race and get underway that I'm forgetting?
I want to throw out some sponsors here, Eagles. Gotta always thank the sponsors. Gotta thank Napa Van Winkle Auto Supply. Gotta thank Full Throttle Custom Design, Wheels on Wheels Auto Transport, and our pole award, manapeach.com.
Always a big thanks to the sponsors here at FTR. That's what keeps us going. That's what keeps us grinding every week. A lot of support behind this league. Billy puts in a lot of time, and that gets into another thing. Billy does a lot of these broadcasts. Matter of fact, he does all of them for the Pro and Pro-Am series. He's not here tonight. You guys are probably wondering why. Billy's not going to make it tonight, so it'll be broadcasted on Highside Broadcasting, where you guys are watching this from. Me and Lynch will be in the booth for tonight. Billy, absent tonight. Hopefully he'll be watching, tuning in, watching these guys race their guts out to see who makes the playoffs. There was an incident with Miss FTR last night. I'm not going to go too deep into what happened. That's Billy's personal life, but thoughts going out to Billy. Hope him and Miss FTR is all good, and hopefully they'll be back next week and ready to go. Billy, of course, has a race for the Elite Series tomorrow night. So thoughts goes out to that family, and that leads us into our next conversation with Deep Mud. Lynch, do you want to give some insight on what's going on there?
Yeah, so Deep Mud got with Billy and me, and last night he lost a really good friend of his, and he also played on this game, and he was in the league with Deep Mud, and he went by the name of Bam, and he drove the number 3 car, and so on lap number 3 tonight, Deep Mud will be in the 3 car tonight, and we will take a lap of silence for Deep Mud and his friend Bam.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers again goes out to that. Deep Mud and everybody that knew his good friend, and if he raced on the game, then he's got a connection to all of us. We all appreciate this game, and it's a racing community on here, of course, with the NASCAR Heat community always comes together, all the leagues. There's been plenty of tributes throughout the years, and this is just another one of those. It's always unfortunate. It's always, never a good thing when you lose a fellow driver on the game, but we'll do a lap of silence and honors towards Deep Mud. With that being said, Lynch, we got to get into the predictions, man. What do you got for tonight?
I have not gotten no join signal yet here, Eagles.
I don't think have they qualified yet?
No.
Okay.
They are in the loading screen, so I believe we can jump in and watch qualifying.
Do you have any picks for tonight, Lynch?
We start off with the pole, Eagles, first. I'll let you pick first tonight, Eagles.
Alright.
It's hard.
Once I get into the lobby, we'll look at who's in the race and see if we can't predict ourselves a pole.
We can join Eagles for qualifying.
Yeah, I'm joining. So yeah, I've had the opportunity to race with some of these guys this week because it's Watkins Glen, so I did a lot of practice, of course, needed for road course, and had the opportunity to watch these guys. Oh, what the heck happened? I think I lagged out or something. What the heck? Yeah, it kicked me out. Yeah, got at least 3 more to spare. That's weird. Try it again. Alright, well, I'll at least take a look at who's in this lobby. Snow, Sky, LRC. I'll go with B-Nizzy. B-Nizzy's been quick here, man. He was one of the faster guys in practice. B-Nizzy, he's been quick this week, man. I'm excited to see what he's got for this week, as he's one of those guys that is more or less locked into the playoffs, so we'll see if that continues. He should be good to go.
Alright, my turn, huh?
Yeah, it's your turn, Lynch.
He jumped in there with us late last night, ran some laps, and he was keeping up with us, man, and I gotta go with that old 45 car, man. I'm going with Sky Pilot for the pole.
That's a good pick. Both those guys not around that cut line, so they should be safe, not worried about making the playoffs. Here we go. Alright, now we're in. Alright, so we got Snow running. Alright, let's watch these guys into the chicane. That's arguably the hardest hardest part of this track. Cutting the corner a little bit. These guys all look good, are pretty smooth.
Doing something a little different tonight for qualifying. They're spread out, gonna run some laps, Billy said it'd probably just take a little bit too long for them to sit there and run some laps, so they're gonna spread out and run their lap.
Was around there in turn 1. LRC in the 11 dicing it up.
It's a good pick.
Some of these guys I'm not familiar with. It'd be cool to see these guys. Right here is the 3 of Deep Mud.
Triple going with Sky Pilot. Alright, so who are you going to go for the win tonight there, Eagles?
One quick lap versus whatever, however many laps it is, 30 or whatever, quick laps is quite the difference. Who can put a race together is going to be the question. I'll go with B Nizzy. Might as well go with who I. Hey, if I predict him to start at the, if I predict him to start at the front of the field, that means he's away from all the trouble. So, well,
killing me.
Never mind. That means he's in front of all the trouble going down into turn 1.
Taking all my picks. That's a good pick, man. Nizzy, he's good here on these road courses. Man, I agree with you, man. I think I'll have to stick with my pick also, man. I'll stay with the Sky Pilot for the win.
Alright, here's something a little different. So, let me pull these points back up. I was looking at these points, and a lot of these guys around the cut are in this race. Starting with Big Rig and Rodney, the last two in. Yep. They're both in this race. They're plus very few amount of points. Kendricks, Deep Mud, both the first two guys out of this. Out of the playoffs. They are in this race. So those four alone are going for it. Is Walking Dead in the race? I don't think he is. So that would eliminate him. We've got Brewster Baker. I don't think... Is he in?
Nope.
No?
He's not here tonight. Nope.
And everybody else is probably too far out. Shady's in the race, but he's 68 points out. And everybody else is out by quite a bit more. So... that's the cut line that we're going to be watching tonight. Now, David Dubose, Lewis, are they both in the race? Lewis is.
Yep.
If David is, yeah, David is too. So both of those guys, they're plus quite a bit, but I wouldn't call them a lock. But they're in a good point situation. It looks like the regular season championship is locked up to Shackett.
Oh yeah. Yep.
As I look at the stats, and he's got 6 wins, so it's been a good year for him. How has he been on the road courses this year? As neither of us picked him, so probably be a threat tonight.
Shackett always says he's not very good here on these road courses. And I got confirmation for you to please turn your mic up. Am I reading that right?
What's wrong with my mic? I can see the comments. I just don't have them up on the screen.
Comments.
Alright. What's up, JD? What's up, Cripple, Billy, Blazing, some of the guys out there in YouTube land watching this race. Appreciate all the guys that are viewing this race tonight. We have a decent amount of viewers so far. This race is going to have a lot of attention because of all the stakes that's on the line tonight. Of course, the playoffs right around the corner. What season are we in, like 7? I mean, so many lost count. Yeah. So, coming to the end of Season 7 of FTR, we've been around for over 3 years. Still going hard, still going strong, more drivers than ever. And we are looking to close out the Pro-Am Series regular season championship tonight. So it is locked up, like I said before, to Shackett. Congratulations to him. Been a dominating season. We'll see if he can't close it out, though, with the new points format this year. See if he can't close it out. Sky Pilot got the pull.
Wow.
Deep Mud second. LRC third.
Attaboy, Sky Pilot.
I Shoot and Nizzy the top 5.
Alright. How about that, Eagles? Sky Pilot on the pole.
107.3 the pull for tonight's race. Alright, I'm going to back out of here.
Yep.
If they can send me a few more invites in case I lag out, I have 2. Okay. I still have 2, but
I'll send you a bunch. Usually they do send us more. Jump back on Shady screen so when I know they get into the loading screen, just know when to join.
So while we have a little bit of downtime, before we get into this race, FTR has, feel like we talk about this a lot, it's expanded again this past week. As we know, we are a 3-series league. We have upgraded to 4 series with the Elite, the Pro, and the Pro-Am. We have started a developmental series on Saturday nights, 8:30. For any drivers that are interested in joining FTR, we are running that developmental series the rest of this season. We run the exact same schedule except road courses, short 25% races, and me and Billy, and last week we had a whole bunch of drivers from our top 3 series in their scouting, and we had a great turnout last week with 4 or 5 new development drivers, and we have many more. I've added more this week. I added a whole bunch last week. It was a great turnout, and if anybody's interested in joining FTR, Saturday nights, the developmental series, you will be watched, scouted, and graded, and then come next season, you will be put in one of our top 3 series, whether that's Elite, Pro, or Pro-Am, or developmental, if you guys stay there. But with that being said, anybody, any new drivers, we're running that series the rest of this season, and we plan to continue it next season as pretty much a reimbursement of drivers, so we never run out of drivers with the amount of guys we have in this league. That should never be an issue, but no, it's a great way to add drivers and not just throw them into points races right away. It's a good way to scout, grade, and put them where they belong. Lynch, you weren't there last week. I know you were probably out racing in real life, but if you can ever attend these races, I know you probably aren't too familiar, but with that being said, what's your thoughts on, I mean, that's new. That is one of the few things FTR has never done, as we've done a lot over the last 7 seasons. A new series, the developmental series.
Yeah, I've been here since season 2, Eagles. You've known that, and I think it's a good idea. Always welcome new people here. Like you said, this is a stacked house over here. We got 3 different groups over here, and Billy, he's just always been that way, man. Open-armed, and like the Eagle said, man, anybody new out there, come join Saturday night. Come try it out. See if you like it.
Yeah, it's a great way, like I said, to try drivers out before throwing them into the big races. And as we're getting into the playoffs, that means we're closing in on the end of the season, so it won't be too much longer before we start adding these guys to the real series next season. So I'm excited. We had a couple guys like JD, hold on, JD was there, a couple other guys I can't remember, but we had a whole bunch of guys from the top 3 series racing and scouting. Big Ben was there, some other guys, and just super excited to have these guys racing this season, and excited to add them for the series next year. It's always cool to add new faces, add new competition. We should soon get the green light to join.
They are still paused.
Yeah, Cripple, that's the goal, man. That's the goal.
Which FTR said she had numbers another night. That's great.
Yeah.
You're in trouble, Billy.
Hey, Miss FTR, you need to come and race. You need to come and race into the developmental series. Come on. Billy will get you going. Yeah, Kenrod was there. That's another new guy. Appreciate you pointing that out, JD. Kenrod was there. He'll be joining us next season. I think it's the Elite Series, so that'll be a new face joining us in the Elite Series. That's always cool. It's always nice. We have a couple what we believe to be pro drivers, and I believe there's a few Pro-Am drivers, so it'll be nice to add guys to each series. So I'd say the first week of development was a great success, and super excited to see where it goes this week at wherever the heck we're at this week, Phoenix, I think. So I'm super excited for that. Is there anything else you want to mention or talk about, Lynch, before we get into this chaotic race tonight?
I don't know. I think we're cleared up on everything here, Eagles. I'm ready to see this Watkins Glen race. Yeah.
I would like to shout out the Dash for Cash series, as we hosted another race last Saturday. We are now, I think that's 3 races. Let me double check. Yeah, 3 races into the season. We've had a great success the first 3 races. Top 4 is currently me, Henson, Hollywood, and Billy, and then Kenrod, Scotty, TCR Doctor, Big Ben, B29, Dunlap. Currently the top 10 there. Of course, top 4 is what counts at the end of the season. Excited for that. Big announcement, the Turkey Day Bash. If you guys remember, I'm sure you do, the Independence Bash, one of the biggest races that happened on this game. Of course, over Independence. What the heck are you doing? Alright. Yeah, no, the Independence Bash happening over the summer. Great success. A lot of money was raised for that, and ultimately it was a lot of fun. So with that being said, we have another one of those coming up, the Turkey Day Thunder. Lynch, are you participating in that?
I am. I'm excited about that one, and we're at Homestead. That is a
Homestead.
racy track, man. I hope people tune into that one. That one's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree. Homestead is super racy. Kentucky, the Turkey Day Bash was a massive success, and excited to see what this Turkey Day Bash is going to be. Independence Bash, like I said, massive success. We'll see what happens at Homestead. And with that being said, we're here. Final race of the regular season at Watkins Glen, and they are underway. Big Ben out front, Deep Mud in that number 3, showing it all for his buddy as he takes the lead.
Wow.
On this first lap. Big Ben back to second, the 12 of LCR, and the 9 racing back there inside the top 5. As we got a crap ton of cars in this race here tonight. 18, and we already got a few guys a little off the pace, but chicane, that was pretty clean if you ask me, Lynch.
Everybody making it through the bus stop clean. Wow. How about Deep Mud?
Driving away. Big Ben, oh my gosh. Sky Pilot to second.
I do it too.
I've been racing him all week, man, at Watkins Glen. Sky Pilot in second. LRC third. They are racing back here. Oh, 34 or 22. That's David Dubois, one of those guys around the cut line in the wall. Gonna lose a few spots to Big Rig, another guy around the cut line. That's not good for the 22. As we got a race for the lead, I guess Sky Pilot got by him. Deep Mud going back by through the S's here.
They're gonna be side by side going through these S's. Deep Mud clears him.
And B Nizzy trying to take away that third spot all over the 12. This is the hardest place to pass on the track. Looks like he backs out of it, thinks better of it. Cutting the grass a little bit through the exit of the chicane. As we are coming up on lap number 3. Again, we are going to do a lap of silence for Deep Mud. He is driving the 3 car tonight. Lost his buddy last night, raced on this game. And we will do a lap of silence for him in the number 3. And what a better way to do it as he leads the race. Coming out of the final corner. Thoughts and prayers to the 3 car of Deep Mud. We'll see you guys in a lap. Alright, that was our lap of silence. Again, thoughts and prayers to the 3 car of Deep Mud losing his buddy Bam. Again, thoughts and prayers to him, but During the lap of silence, the 3 car was leading the race, got run in the back of by the 45 of Sky Pilot. Kind of a worse time for that to happen, as he's Sky Pilot in the wall again. Both of them ended up having an incident. Quite the lap. No, lap 3 was.
Yes, a lot happened on that lap there. And Sky Pilot looked like he got loose coming out of the bus stop and just lost it.
And going into that first turn right to begin that silence of the lap of silence, into the back of the 3, spinning him around. 45 clearly had damage, and he had quite the lap afterwards. But LRC and B Nizzy have now driven away with the lead, as this race has gotten kind of insane, but still relatively clean for 18 cars at a road course. As we watch these guys go down the front straightaway, pretty close together. A lot of these cars are, at least around 7th and 8th.
You know, we ran a lot of laps at LRC last night. He was getting better and better as every practice we were doing, and here he is out front showing it, man.
I expected the 12 to
down
be
his
good.
back.
Nizzy looking to the outside. He's going to force the 12 to enter the chicane on the bottom. But he's not going to get there. He's going to be forced to stay behind him. All kinds of tire marks through the grass, and the 12.
See that? These two kind of checking out here, Eagles.
That they are, as we go back to the 3rd place car. I believe that's the 11.
Yep, Gunner.
Pretty far behind these guys. Then Snowden, and then Kendricks. And Kendricks, the first guy out. So this will shape up the playoff picture big time, with him running in the 5th position. The guys he needs to beat: Big Rig, David Dubose. We saw an incident with the 22 on lap 1 coming out of the final corner. Lost a few spots, got in the wall. He's got a lot of front end damage right now.
Huge for Hendricks.
Rodney, another guy right on that cut line, smacks the wall. That final corner has been
the
quite the
17 just
devil.
lost it off of 1. That's shady.
Losing a lot of spots, still hasn't refired it. Now he looks to be going again. Sky Pilot, S's have killed him.
Oh, something's happened to Snowden. He's off the pace here. And we got another car change tonight, where Q jumped into 23 and Big Rig jumped into 55.
Nizzy has taken the lead and has kind of driven off with it a little bit from the 12 of LRC, but the 11, I think, is catching them both. I am pretty sure Gunner's catching them both.
These guys got 3 to go, Eagles.
3 to go, and the 21 car below the cut as he came into this race, currently running the best of all these guys and looking to make up a lot of points. He was not out by that many, so this is going to shape up the playoff picture a lot, with the 21 car running inside, I believe, 4th.
Yeah, it's 4th place. Kendricks.
One of the guys that we've obviously heard from a lot this season. 6 wins, dominated the regular season, not running well. Road courses have not been his liking, and that's Shackett, not running great, not running horrible. Car looks smooth, car looks clean, but just not his bread and butter, as he will try to close out the regular season with the best finish he can, and try and carry some momentum going into the playoffs. Smooth puppy, I believe he's one of the guys inside the cut. I believe he's a lock to make the playoffs, and by quite a bit of points. There's Rodney, one of those guys right on that cut line, just trying to keep it smooth.
Another one surprising back here is Ice shooting the 7 car behind Shackett. He's also locked in for the playoffs.
Yeah, he is, what, 2nd in points?
I believe, yep. He is 2nd, Snowden's 3rd in points.
The 9 has driven off from the 12, and the 11 is closing in on the 12. Cutting the crap out of the chicane right there was the 12 of LRC. As the 9 will be coming to the last lap of stage 1, if Lynch's math was correct.
No, they will be coming to the white flag.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm bad at math.
You were right. That's what I said. Oh, actually, it's not too far back. The leaders are only a turn ahead. Him in the 31's not as far back as what I thought.
Yeah, all it takes is one mistake, Eagles, and those guys, they will be there. And that's something Izzy right now does not want to do, is make a mistake.
Top three have kind of driven off. Snowden racing the 77. Coming to the white flag for him.
Seems like everyone's spread out right now.
We got a battle for second here as the 11 is all over the 12, and he's going to get to the outside of the 12, forcing the 12 to enter on the bottom. Looks like he's going to let him go.
We'll see how they do coming out of this bus stop.
Looking underneath through the carousel. But now he's going to have the not preferred line going into this corner up here, but then the next corner he'll have the preferred line. Looks like he's going to... Looks like the 12 is going to clear him down the straightaway. As the 9... driving away for the stage win. And this is how they're going to finish, it looks like. The 11 into the back of the 12. Got loose. Almost put it himself. Saves it.
Good save. He takes stage 1. How about that, stage Eagles?
Yeah. Quite eventful, but at the same time uneventful. No caution, so I guess that's a success. 18 cars. This was a very good stage 1 for 18 cars. As I'm going to take a look at these standings as Big Rig, David Dubose. 2 guys right on the cut, no stage points. Rodney, again, no stage points. Those guys right around the cut. As we're going to be watching the standings all night. So Kendricks is probably in after that stage alone. And D-Mud still got stage points. So we could see Big Rig and Rodney, the last 2 guys in, get swapped with Kendricks and Deep Mud potentially, because they are very close in points. D-Mud is actually further back here. Looks like he had a lot of damage to fix. He's going to have a lot of ground to gain. Green flag back in the air. Let's watch him into turn number 1.
Whew. Oh, the 15 spins out.
That's Rodney.
Like it's Shady and Sky Pilot. It's still green.
Oh, we got a wreck through the S's. The 2's around. Snowden was in it. They're under caution.
Under caution.
Track bars. Getting the worst end of the deal during that caution. Rodney's car looks clean, even though he got spun there on the restart. His car looks relatively clean. 2 guys that switched, the 23 and the 55 right there.
So this is going to shorten this stage up a little bit.
That it is.
Alright, here we go. Back under green. You knew you leave him off.
Only a 6-lap shootout now. And we got more wrecks through the first turn.
Oh.
High Shoe was around, couple cars into the wall. Looks like Big Rig was in it. Deep Mud was a middle of 3 wide there for a minute. He's racing with Rodney. Dave Ace, the 23 in front of them. Gonna be watching him tonight because he looked quick. Started up front.
We got a new leader, Eagles. We got the 11 car out front.
Gunner looked quick towards the end of that stage. We got more wrecking through the chicane, the 23, and Dave Ace. These guys are racing here towards the front. The 11, the 9.
You got the 12, 31, Shackett.
11 missed that last corner a little bit. Going to present an opportunity for the 9. And they are side by side down the front straightaway.
There's a stack of tires down that straightaway and the 77 car hit him. Oh man, that thing went flying. Everyone did a good job avoiding them.
Good turn 1 for the 9. The 11 tried to pull the crossover as they go through the S's. B. Nizzy going to get clear, retakes the lead. And Shackett and Kendricks inside the top 5. That's going to close out the top 5 right now. B. Nizzy, Gunner, LRC, and Kendricks and Shackett, the top 5. Further back in the pack, Snowden put in a lot of practice this week. Just wanted to finish and not have an eventful race. It's been somewhat eventful for him so far, though I think it's been somewhat eventful for probably every car in this field so far. As we got a race for the lead again here, Lynch.
Yeah, we got the 11 looking underneath the 9. They're going to be side by side.
9 going to get clear, but
contact between the leaders.
Into the back of the 9. LRC going to take advantage, try and get them both.
Here comes Shackett also, and Kendricks.
Shackett and Kendricks. We got a 5-car battle for the lead. You got to watch nobody runs each other over into this corner. We saw it last stage with the 3 and the 45.
Oh, the 31 got the 12 there a little bit.
31 had to correct it, losing some time.
Oh, the 21's in the grass here. He saves it. Still got the 11 car out front. Kendrick's looking for 3rd.
Rodney, interesting corner there through the final corner as he just tries to survive the night. Last opportunity, last race to hold on to try and make the playoffs.
Boys are battling for the lead again, Eagles. They are side by side through the S's.
They are not leaving each other alone, that 9 and 11. So you can watch it from the 12, who's all over, 21's all over him as they're going to enter side by side into the chicane. 21 going to send it in, get clear. Good move by Kendricks to get to 3rd.
He's doing what he's got to do to get himself locked into these playoffs.
11 driving away now. The 9 trying to stay with him. Those two have battled for the majority of this stage. Nine, a big run, good exit off of that final corner, going to present an opportunity to take the lead again in turn 1. A little loose.
2 laps remaining.
.21 just hoping these two get to racing just a little bit. He can close the gap and make it a 3-car battle for the lead. As Lynch said, 2 to go. 9 all over the 11 in the chicane. Class of the field so far, these two.
Yes, these two are putting on a great show right now here at Watkins Glen.
They are racing towards the front here. I'm not sure Beanizzi knows where to go. All over the 11, as this is where he backed up the corner, got a great run down the front straightaway, presented an opportunity in turn 1 last time.
He goes, I don't think we should count this 21 car out. He's creeping in the picture.
As these two race, it's only going to allow him to get closer and closer.
Oh,
Underneath the 11.
Coming out of turn 1.
This is the 21's opportunity. B Nizzy, the stage 1 winner, trying to go back-to-back in the stages tonight. Kendrick's doing everything he can to point his way into the playoffs. Came in tonight negative after a great first stage. Here he is and could potentially win this stage. Side by side, the 9 and the 11. And the 21 is there.
Go? Nizzy gained so much time going in that bus stop.
Clear for second.
Hendricks.
Oh, the 11 punted him. Back-to-back stages, he's going to sweep it. The 11 of Gunner punts the 21. Kendricks finishes third. And who was that that rallied to get fourth there?
That was Sky Pilot.
Sky Pilot, a very eventful stage 1.
LRC 5th.
Comes home top 5 in
So
this
you got
stage.
Nizzy, Gunner, Kendrick, Sky Pilot, LRC, your top 5. Wow, what a
Pretty
battle.
clean stage there, as we gotta watch some of the... Gotta watch the top 10 here.
We got Shackett, Deep Mud, Snowden, Track Bars, Smooth Puppy.
So again, no stage points. No stage points, Lynch, for Rodney, Big Rig, and David. I believe David's going to be safe. He is plus a lot of points. I believe he's going to be safe simply because Rig and Rodney aren't going to catch him because none of them are getting stage points. Rig and Rodney could end up losing positions. I'd almost guarantee it now to Kendricks. He's got to be way out there in points. He should be a lock unless he has a bad finish to this race. And then you have Deep Mud, who's had an okay race. Stage points, couple stage points in both stages. But he's going to need a good finish. So it is not over. As we go down in the turn number 1, the 45, into the, who'd he get into there? I think is he lagging?
I'm seeing lagging. This happened last week with this group, when they got into the 3rd stage. Are you kidding me?
Looks fine now, as they are racing towards the front here.
Did just
Caution's
out again?
Caution's out. B Nizzy drove away in that first half a lap. A Sky Pilot, yeah, again sent it in the turn 1. You've seen that a couple times tonight.
I don't know if that was the 45 lagging Eagles or
I'm not sure.
It did look like it cleared up there just before they went to caution. Alright, so we got B Nizzy and Sky Pilot on the front row. Good now.
23 absolutely sent it through the grass.
Where is he going?
Wipes out David Dubose. Along with whoever that other one is that's involved.
We're under caution again.
I'm not sure what happened, if his brake bias is on -20 or what, as he went into that first corner, shot through the grass. I'm trying to find who that other guy was that was involved. It was Rodney. David Dubose and Rodney. Again, gonna hear it a lot tonight, those two battling for a playoff spot. I believe David is good. Rodney, though, came in on the cut line, didn't get any stage points, gets wiped out going into that first corner. The 23, I feel like that's not the first time going into the first corner we've seen that. So, I'm not sure, but cutting across the grass, I'm not sure what happened there, but
23 is wearing quill tonight. That is not Big Rig, just for everyone to know.
Big Rig is in the 55 as they did a car swap before the race. Green flag again, and that Dave Ace into the 4th spot.
So that
Big
leaves
Rig
us with
and I shoot.
It leaves us with 17 to go here, Eagles.
LRC really loose off that corner, losing a lot of spots as it is mayhem through the S's here.
Wow.
View from Rodney.
Everybody made it through.
That was a cool shot right there I got down that first straightaway. Or back straightaway. Oh, Rodney into the wall there out of the chicane.
Got a battle heating up between the lead. You got Sky Pilot and Izzy. Hendricks also.
There's battles all through this field as these top 3 are driving away.
Izzy trying to look underneath Sky Pilot here as they head into the last turn.
Nizzy seems to be the most consistent tonight. He spent the most amount of time top 2, top 3. We've never really seen him fall further back than that. As what happened to the 11 is he was up here last stage as LRC, the 2 car, crammed into the wall out of this final corner. And I think the caution's out.
Yep, puts us under caution. Man.
So now it comes into question, Lynch. How many laps of gas do you get? 11
laps.
11, so we should have probably 12, 13 to go.
So yeah, this might come down to a 1 pit stop if they can keep it green.
Hopefully everybody's tires can make it, where you can take no tires, because it could come down to that. 11 laps to a tank, and it's going to be 12 or 13 to go. We will try it again as the 23 and Snowden stay out. Now that's not a bad call. Tires really do not make a difference here at a road course. So that's not a bad call. The 17 of Shady stayed out as well. And we got... Alright, this is going to be interesting into this first corner. Snowden driving away.
That gives us 13 to go. Oh, the
Shady
17.
into the 23, wrecks Dave Ace into the wall, and they are wrecking again. And that's that's going to make Snowden and whoever else stayed out that didn't wreck look like geniuses. As the first 2 stages were pretty much phenomenal. This third stage, Lynch, it's coming down to the wire. Do you think the playoffs have anything to do with this? Maybe, maybe not.
No, I'm thinking guys are starting to be a little impatient here as we get towards the end. We've seen it happen earlier towards the season.
So we're gonna have to watch and see now. Each caution could rearrange the field a lot. With tires or fuel should probably not be a factor anymore. So unless guys have damage, cautions keep coming out, guys are not gonna pit. And it looks like Snowden did pit that time, and you got the 9 and the 45 back out front. Snowden probably had to take gas that time, I assume. Last caution, they all had to pit, so he stayed out, and this time he had to take gas, and we're going to go into turn 1 again.
10 to go.
Little cleaner that time. Somebody did not get through turn 1, though. Looks like Kendricks. Not good. He had a massive day when it came to the stages. No caution. And he's currently in last. That's going to make the points close.
That's great for him.
This is a mess as we go into the chicane. 22 runs through the 77, cuts the corner. Dave got through pretty cleanly as we ran with him. And the 7 into the wall.
You guys are beating and banging off each other. Wow.
Deep Mud, I believe, got a penalty through the chicane that last time around. So we try and check into the front of the field again. Looks like...
I think we got Nizzy out front.
Oh, Rodney's around. He was underneath Big Rig going into that corner, spun it around. We've seen that a couple times tonight now. not been the night Rodney was looking for, as he's looking for any last-ditch effort as the 21 has gotten by him. And Rodney's around
Rodney
again.
Just wrecked all on his own.
Wrecked again, and it is not the night Rodney was looking for tonight.
Oh, look at the 52 down in the grass.
So he's still sitting there. Lewis now. And
another guy who was...
Lewis should be fine. He was around the cut,
yeah.
but he should be good on points. Cut in the corner. He's still out a couple times tonight. The 9 and the 45 both missed it. We've seen Scott Pilot all over this field tonight.
Yeah, he's been to the front, to the back, to the middle. Now he's back out front.
You've got to give Nizzy credit. I don't think he's left the top 5 at all tonight.
Right. Maybe those guys didn't pit, but he stayed out of trouble.
Finds himself in the lead. As he shouldn't have to worry about a pit stop, I can only imagine.
I'll give you a lap count here in a minute.
Deep Mud wrecks it and hits the... I don't think that's a safer barrier. That's too hard to be a safer barrier.
You got 8 to go.
That car, I don't think there's a radiator in that car after that hit. And Lewis around again. Deep Mud off to a great start in this race, leading. And ever since he got run through going into that first corner on lap 3, Lynch, we just haven't seen him the rest of the night.
Yeah. It's a lot of cars here, you know, it's very hard to pass, you know, people's braking's different. I shoot trying to get around Big Rig here.
I think we've said everybody's name tonight at one point or another. Kendrick's slowly, methodically just trying to get all the points he can. Try and point his way into the playoffs after a dominant first 2 stages. And I say dominant over the other guys around the cut line. He should be in a pretty good point situation. So then the question comes, did Deep Mud grab enough stage points, and will he finish good enough to leapfrog Rodney and or Big Rig? So that's the question. I think Kendrick's is in.
It's gonna be close, that's for sure. But yeah, he definitely had some really good stages there. He finished 3rd and 4th.
He should be good. He had a great stage, great 2 stages, had a lot of points, probably made up 20-something points there. And
right
now he's trying to get by Big Rig here.
Yep.
So I'd say he's a lock. I don't even know if he can miss the playoffs at this point. I mean, probably could. I'm thinking he's in. So then the question comes down to Big Rig and Rodney, neither of which got stage points. Who's going to finish in front there? And then it comes down to Deep Mud, who got a couple stage points, and he's kind of had a mid-race. So
Rig right now is ahead of Rodney.
And Rig was ahead of Rodney in points, only by 2 points. So that gives Rig the edge over Rodney. And Deep Mud was at 33 points behind. So he was 35 points behind Rig. And he made some of that up in the stages. Who's ahead in the race right now? Where's the 3?
Rig is.
So Rig could steal this last spot. We'll see though. Oh, 45. Losing it out of the chicane. Hangs on to it though.
Back up on these leaders.
Nizzy is gone.
Wow, yeah, he is. I'm on Sky Pilot.
He's got a big gap on Sky Pilot, and Sky Pilot's got a pretty big gap back to Gunner.
Looks like Eagles out there.
For the guys out there watching, what do you guys think's gonna happen here with the playoff format? That's pretty much the big picture here tonight. You know, regular season finale. Shackett's got the regular season championship locked up. Points battle is pretty significant here tonight. A lot of guys going for a lot of, well, the last couple spots here in the playoffs. So if you guys are watching out there, give us your intake. How do you guys think this race is going tonight as Nizzy looks to run off with it, trying to sweep the stages, sweep the win? Going to be great momentum as he moves forward into the playoffs. That's going to be great for that team and, well, be Nizzy. If you guys are watching, how have you guys liked this race so far? And give us some intake on your guys' thoughts on the playoffs as we come close to the playoffs. Phoenix next week. Look forward to that. Kendricks is working his way through the field. He's passed a lot of cars. He's passed a lot of cars.
To go. Oh, Snowden. Snowden just got loosened into the wall all on his own. Yeah, Kendricks, he's got a good car. He just after that caution, man, turn one.
Or lack thereof.
Not sure what happened to him, but he fell all the way to the back.
Shady, a big run on snow, chooses to just push him as they go into the chicane.
Kendrick is looking underneath Shady. Oh, as he hits the guardrail. You see that?
D-Mud is catching Rig. Pretty sure it's Rig in front of him. He needs to get as many points on him as possible.
Yeah, yep, that's Rig in front of Deep Mud.
Kendricks is racing Snowden in the 17 pretty hard here.
Rig off the track here.
There's a lot of positions right behind where they're at. There's 3 or 4 cars behind Rig and Deep Mud.
I thought it was still holding on to second.
Gonna get clear, but now there's a couple of spots behind them that Rig could lose. The 77, and then a little further back's the 2.
Does it look like Sky might be gaining on Nizzy here?
How many to go is there?
I believe this will be 3 to go.
We're coming to 2 to go, so we have 2 to go.
2 to go. Yep, sorry about that.
The 9 car out front, B Nizzy looking to sweep it, looking for great momentum going into the playoffs. As that cut line is close between really 3 or 4 cars. Kendricks, Deep Mud came in below the cut. Big Rig, Rodney came in above the cut. And that points is looking to change after tonight. While at the front of the field, B Nizzy looks to collect another win this season. Would only be his second.
Oh, Snowden.
Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go. B Nizzy trying to sweep the race tonight. No lap cars in front of him.
Big Rig just gained like 3 positions. Wow. This is going to be crazy.
Deep Mud trying to go by the 21. Deep Mud only has a couple spots on Rig. He's going to have to rely on the stages. Rig has put together a decent race tonight.
He has. You know, he's kept the car on the track.
That's the key.
He's on the lead lap. He's hitting his marks.
But the 9 car through the second to last corner. Dominant performance tonight. Never left. I don't think he's left the top 3 at all tonight. Coming out of the final corner, He's going to collect his second win of the season. Great momentum heading into the playoffs. 45 smacks the wall out of the final corner. B-Nizzy gets it done. What a race.
Second.
Now we got to watch this cut line. The 3-car trying to get by the 21. He can use every point. The 21 sends it in into the 48. The 3 going to take him. He went by both.
You can see that.
Now we got to watch Rig. Rig is around on the final lap.
No. He is.
Coming to the last corner. Here comes another point he's going to lose. Shady's not going to get there, though. And Rig. A nightmare of a final lap. And that's going to make the points a little closer.
Wow.
Deep Mud finishes 7th. Big Rig. Finishes 13th. Big Rig lost like 4 spots on that last lap, while Deep Mud gained like 3. Talk about action all the way through the end, Lynch. What a race. All the way through the field. We had plenty to watch. Do you know who finished in the top 3 there, Lynch?
I have no results up yet.
Nizzy, Sky Pilot, and Gunner.
Okay.
What a race. Fastest lap, 106.7.
Got a couple of people saying a couple of guys didn't pit twice, so... Sure.
Hey, boys!
What up, Big Rig? What a fucking shit of a race.
Hold up. I gotta ask, because there's a debate going on in the chat. Did the 9 and the 45 pit twice?
Sky did. I don't know if I did.
I pitted in the first caution, and then I pitted on that last one where I lost like 4 or 5 spots. Yeah, and I only pitted on 2. Well, there was actually 4 cautions. I only pitted on 2 of them.
Anyway, you lost the race, though. I mean, you could take the win. I mean, rules are rules, but I'm just saying.
Alright, Lynch, I'll let you call it. We'll do interviews as if they finished in the positions that they did, so third will be Gunner. I'll let you take the first interview, Lynch. Take it away.
Yeah, the stage 3 is a shit show.
Gunner, you look like you had a good car tonight. You know, you had a great battle there with Nizzy in the first and second stage. Looked like you got in some trouble there in the third stage. Walk us through your race out there tonight.
Yeah, I just came into this race. Have never ever ran a race at Watkins Glen with a new generation, so I didn't know what I was getting myself into. In qualifying, I felt like we did pretty good. I think we started 8th, and I'm like, okay, well, we barely got any laps in, so maybe in the race I can gain positions. Well, first and second stage, like you said, my car was well handled. I like the feeling of it. It's a pretty fast car. The 9 was faster than me a few corners, and I was faster than him. It was a plain even. Second stage, that I think it was the carousel where I messed up a little bit, where he gained on me and passed me. And third stage, like you said, it was a little crazy. Third stage, we pitted a couple of times. 2 of them was mandatories. In the 3rd stop, I had a fixed damage, and then we got a great start on that final restart, and then I just stormed my way up through the field and just sat in 3rd.
Nice job, Gunner.
Thank you.
You got anything for him?
No, I don't think so. Good run, Gunner. You were there for most of this race. You seemed like you had a top 3 car. We lost you a little bit, but through the race, looks like you kind of worked your way to the back, but you worked your way back up to the front to 3rd place finish. So, congratulations on that. Move on. I believe you're in the playoffs. So,
no, I'm not in the playoffs.
Okay.
No. You can be a playoff spoiler.
Yeah, and I don't know if 1st and 2nd is going to get penalty, and if that happens, then does that declare I'm winner?
We'll let Billy do all that.
Then it would, yeah. But
okay.
All right, well, good race.
We'll let Billy take care of that, guys.
Thank you.
Good finish, man. Lynch, do you want to take away 2nd?
Sure. I picked them. Sky Pilot.
Hell yeah.
I got you for the pole, and I picked you to win tonight. You know, you look like you also had a good car out there tonight. You got in some trouble, obviously, and good way to rebound and come home 2nd. This is got to be huge for you for going into the playoffs, Sky. How was it out there?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I definitely know I had a fast car, and I right away on the first lap got taken out by LRC in the freaking in the bus stops. He never even hit his brakes and just rammed me out of the way and wrecked me. So I had to recover from there and race my way back up, and started in 4th place, I think, in stage 3. Then caution galores happened, and just kept trying to work my way to the front. Finally got to the front, but at that point too, Nizzy had a rhythm down, and I made a couple little mistakes up through the S's that go uphill, and I grazed the walls. And when you lose momentum up there, it's really hard to gain it back. And so, I almost got to him again with I think 3 laps to go, and I went through the bus stop super fast and just hit the gas a little too soon and kind of spun a little bit, and that's where Nizzy got it. But I feel like if I did get wrecked at the beginning, it would have been me and Nizzy battling the whole race. I feel like us two definitely had the fastest cars, and Gunner was up there, and Kendricks did a good job. He was up there most of the time too. So all in all, it was all right. I just hate that the road courses go like that, where everybody just doesn't brake and just rams into everybody. And I mean, it was a shit show. You're just dodging people fucking left and right. So a little frustrating about that, but all in all, I like Watkins going. I love it. So
good run for you tonight. What about the playoffs, man? You excited about that?
I wish I could be, but because of my work schedule starting next week, I'm off Thursday, Fridays for the next month, and then Sunday, Mondays. So I'll race in the Pro Series on Sundays. Not next month, but the following. But I won't be back to Pro-Am till 2 months from now. So that kind of sucks, because I was looking forward to the playoffs. I liked that we all started fresh again, and then it was just going to be a battle from there. And I think it was going to be me, Snow, Nizzy, Shackett, Shoot. Kendrick has been doing really good battling up there, so it would have been good.
Eagles got anything for Sky Pilot?
Yeah, I didn't know that you were not going to be able to participate in the playoffs. That sucks. But hey, it looks like I guess with what's going on with the end of the race there, me and Lynch wasn't even aware of that, so I guess you could end up the winner, potentially. Does that change the way you look at this race at all? That you could potentially win this race in the next coming hours?
Not really, because that's not the way I ever want to win. I want to beat Nizzy. That was exciting to get up there, and I wanted to battle and actually, earn it, because he definitely was probably the fastest car, and I believe I was right there with him. So, that is what it is. There was just chaos. There was I think 6 cautions in stage 3, and so you're trying to figure out, well, which caution did I pit and which one didn't I, and it's just fucking mayhem. So it is what it is.
Yeah, you and Nizzy.
Nobody's trying to cheat.
You and Nizzy definitely have 2 different stories to tell about this one. You all over the field tonight, but you worked your way back to 2nd. You earned it, and potentially the win. We'll see what happens. But hey, good run tonight. you definitely had a good car, and you were all over the field tonight, so you earned a second place finish tonight. So congratulations, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I worked my way from 15th to 4th on the racetrack.
Yeah.
That was crazy in stage 2. So.
Yeah, you spent the whole race doing it, so you earned it, man.
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
So we're gonna move on to our winner, maybe our winner. I'm not sure. I just know he dominated the race tonight, and he will get credit for those stages, I believe. So, B Nizzy, seemed like you dominated the race tonight. I'm not sure you ever left the top 5. Great momentum for you going into the playoffs. Your second win of the season. You should leapfrog a few guys in points. And just great momentum, absolute domination tonight. I picked you to win. I was practicing with you all week, and you're really quick. You were good here, and it paid off, man. Dominating the stages, getting the win. Walk me through your race, and what are you looking forward to going into the playoffs as well?
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I think I don't want to say anything because I didn't think I pitted twice a few minutes ago, up until a few seconds ago, but then once you called on me here, I got to a point, I feel like I may have something here. I haven't really gotten to look at it. So I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on it now. I don't know. I got to see the lap count on what I'm looking at here, but yeah, if I did mess up, and then I apologize. The broadcast drivers for the confusion, because I don't. That's not how you want a race to end. Wondering. Everybody wants to know who the winner is. So it's embarrassing in that sense. Just if I did, then it's on me. I didn't. Like Sky said, man, with all those cautions at the end, I probably shouldn't say this, but I mean, if the field could get through turn 1 without wrecking 3 straight times, I mean, it would be a lot easier to make those pit stops. So many things are happening, and when there's cautions like that, yeah, there was some confusion. But I'm not trying to make it. I guess I am trying to make excuses, but I shouldn't because it's on me. But yeah, I mean, the car. Other than that, I got to be honest. This one feels good because, if I break the rule, I break the rule. It's not something I want to happen, and it's I certainly don't deserve the win if I did. Kind of, like I said, it kind of ruins the race not to keep harping on it. But there's nothing that would have changed. I think that was pretty clear. I mean, that was a really great race for me, and it was really fun. The 11 racing with that was some intense racing right there. I haven't had that much fun in a while. It was hard to pass him, and he had me worried there. And then I got him at the end of the stage, and then racing with Sky there at the end. There was some really fun battles out there. I mean, the guys up front, the 21 was in there mixing it up. I mean, we had some really. I was just drifting through corners and just somehow holding on to it, racing up there with them. And it was just a really fun race and a satisfying one to win, or to at least cross the line first physically. I don't know if I really won it, but if not, again, I apologize. And before I forget, want to send out my thoughts to Mrs. FTR and Billy. Hope she gets well soon, and appreciate everything they do for the league. And thanks for the broadcast, guys, and sorry for the confusion there. If it was on me, I'm sorry. If I somehow got it right, then I take it back and let's go, because that was a great race.
Yes, sir. You have anything to add, Lynch?
Good win tonight. Nizzy, it's definitely got to be huge confidence to going into playoffs.
Yeah, I won. I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, it'd be nice to. I've been having a really bad stretch, man. I've beaten myself a lot, gotten a lot of bad luck as well, and just, I feel like there's so many races where I feel like pretty much really every race I've had a top 3 capable car, and it just started getting worse and worse. Taking those top 3 cars and coming home 7th or 8th with them. Mm-hmm. And to the last couple of weeks, it's 11th or 12th, and it's, I'm not even getting top 10, so. It gets in your head. I'm not gonna lie. I probably, probably shouldn't say that, but it does. It gets in your head, and I thought to myself, it'd be a nice one. Playoffs starting next week. Nice, get some momentum. And then I remembered last year, kind of did the same thing. Had a few rough weeks, and then won that race at Kansas right before the playoffs, and didn't get the job done last year in the playoffs, fully, but got pretty close. So, hopefully it'll get me at least pretty close, and I can finish the job this time. But first things first, we gotta worry about next week.
Yep.
You got it. Hey, great run tonight. Pretty much dominating fashion. I think you had the best car. You were the only one that never seemed to leave the top 3 or top 5 at all. And if you did, it was for a few laps. But dominating race. You put the work in this week and it paid off. You crossed the line first. Whether you get the win or not, the momentum carries. You had the car to win, and if you have the car to win, you have the car to contend for a championship. So we'll be looking forward to watching you in the playoffs, and good win tonight, Nizzy.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
So that's pretty much going to do it. Of course, we do have the other conversation around the playoffs, that cut line. I'm not sure. I'm not going to do the math right now to figure out who's in. I just know it is close. I believe David and Lewis, they're probably good. They were plus pretty many points. But when you look down at the cut, Big Rig, Rodney, the last two guys that were in, and you look at Kendricks and Deep Mud, the two guys that were out, and seeing Kendricks get massive stage points and get a decent, actually I think he finished good, and Deep Mud getting some stage points, finishing 7th, watching Rodney and Big Rig fall. With the way Rig finished there at the end, I'm not sure if Rodney can potentially leapfrog him in points. So that's another conversation. I didn't look. So Rodney and Big Rig came in 2 points apart. They could potentially be battling for the final spot, or they could both get knocked out by Deep Mud and Kendrick. So we'll see. We'll let Billy figure that one out. But with that being said, appreciate everybody watching. With that being said, Wish, do you have anything to add?
I've got to throw out the sponsors once again. Eagles, Napa Van Winkle Auto Supply, Full Throttle Custom Design, Wheels on Wheels Auto Transport, and ManaPeach.com.
Always got to support the sponsors. Sponsors is what keeps us going, like I said in the beginning of the show. Again, appreciate everybody for watching. Appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. And ultimately, that's going to do it. Good win to Nizzy. Great show they put on tonight. And Phoenix is next week. Get those cars ready, guys. And make sure to tune in tomorrow night. Elite Series on Billy's channel. Peace out.